Says we're live. Welcome to the Bob and Tam show today.
And our excellent adventures.
Yep. So we're in a restaurant today. We're actually in the barbecue house right here in Surfside. They actually have one in North Myrtle too. We've been here before. We've actually done a video on this. If you want some really good barbecue, this is the place. Yeah, if you're in Myrtle Beach, that is.
Yeah. If you're coming up from Merle's Inlet, on the sign out there, it says every good butt deserves a rub.
There you go.
Or every butt deserves a good rub. Maybe something like that.
So today, a lot of you probably don't know about this, so there's nobody really on here yet. But what we're going to talk about today is we want to give an update on Sturgis. Actually, Mike did some phone calls for us, did some homework for us, so he's kind of helping us out here during rally time. And turn his phone down.
Oh, somebody's on 87 Racer. Hey, how are you?
And so we're just going to give a quick update here on Sturgis. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Myrtle, what's going on here. But other than that, that hopefully won't be too awful long.
12 people on, it says.
So yeah, people at work, I guess, checking us out. Or
hi, buddy.
And so we're talking a little bit about Sturgis. So what we're going to do is Tam's going to go through a couple of the places that has been contacted.
That Mike's called.
And let you know what's going on. What we've pretty much decided right now from the information he's gotten and already what we're hearing, it's going to be a good one. If you're looking to go to Sturgis this year and you don't have something booked, you need to start thinking about it yesterday. If you're bringing a tent, it's not a big deal. There's always room for tents. But if you're looking for cabins, you're looking for motel rooms, all that kind of good stuff, you need to do that today. So go through a couple of the ones that Mike got a hold of for us and tell them what we've already found out that's gone.
Okay, so there are no hotels in Sturgis available. Probably tent camping a lot of places, but like Bob said, but no hotels are available, and pretty much all the campgrounds in the city limits of Sturgis. Deadwood, there's a few high-end hotels that have some. Spearfish doesn't have anything at all either. They do have a day here and a day there. So if you're just driving through for a day, you could call some in Spearfish and see if they have that day that you're going to be there, if that's available. But these are all hotels right now I'm talking about. Rapid City, pretty much they're mostly booked up. They do have a few hotels. They're pretty much high end. They're getting $225 to $350 a night. Out in Rapid City. Hill City at the Residence Inn, they have some hotel rooms left. They're between $225 and $275. Keystone, he said, I think was your best bet. They have the biggest availability, and they have lots of rooms left, and they aren't quite as expensive. It's $135 to $175 for a night, so that's a little more reasonable. And they still have some there. The only downfall there, it is out pretty far. At the Buffalo Chip, he said he called out there. The only place they have any kind of service, 30 amp, is out on the Deco South 40 lot in that area at the Buffalo Chip. This is the Buffalo Chip. There's Mr. Miles on there. We talked to him the other night. And okay, so Buffalo Chip. So then they have a few campsites left at Camp Zero, but I think these are all boondocking spots. Camp Easy Ride and the camp that the Buffalo Chip has, they both have a few of their tent sites open. These are the ones that already have the tents and the cot and all that there for you. Camp Easy Ride is $7.99 for the rally, the first half of the rally, $7.99 for the second half of the rally, and then you still got to buy your passes. So, and then Camp Zero, he said, had a few spots left. So booking up fast, and there's not much left.
So if you're thinking about going to Sturgis and you haven't made your plans yet, you better get on the phone today or tomorrow and start finding out what you want to do, things like that. It's always best to start booking things around the first of the year. But I mean, nobody knew how this was going to be with the gas prices and things like that. But I mean, rallies have been, up until right now, which we can't tell about this rally yet here in Myrtle Beach yet. But at the moment, all the rallies have had pretty much better crowds than they've had in the past. Panama City was a great crowd, but it could have been because they had the new concerts, might have made a big difference. Here, we can't tell. There's a lot of, actually at midpoint. The first group of people, the locals, things like that, people that came in for the first weekend, a lot of them and a lot of you subscribers left out here on Tuesday and some left Wednesday morning. Now we've got a whole nother group coming in. We just passed a couple fifth wheelers that had toy haulers on them. We've seen a couple trailers coming in with bikes on it. You can't tell camp wise what people, because out here it's tough. It's not a lot of these rallies here on the East Coast. Kind of sucks if you want to be somebody that wants to bring a tent in. Just isn't a whole lot of places. Now we're at the state park over here, Myrtle Beach State Park, right across from the Harley dealer, which actually is an ideal location because you're in between both.
And
You
you're
know,
right across from the Harley dealer,
Yeah.
the one in Myrtle Beach.
And so it kind of makes it nice if you're going to travel either direction. Because here it's a long stretch, a lot of riding between dealer and Myrtle's
So
Inlet,
between Merle's Inlet and Barefoot Landing, I think it's 28 miles.
and a whole lot of stoplights. It usually takes anywhere from 15 minutes when there's no traffic to about 30 minutes with traffic. And Saturday it'd probably be like 2 hours. So a lot of bikes here, a lot of things going on. So mainly today was talking about Sturgis. We got a lot of things coming up here right after this rally's over. This will be over for us on Sunday. We'll probably do it live on Sunday night, and I'll put something up here maybe today or tomorrow. Let you know that it's the same times we always do it. And we'll do a wrap up of Myrtle Beach, what we thought about it, how it turned out, what the vendors thought about it, and go from there. But
Your buddy's on.
who's my buddy?
Art.
Oh, Art's on.
Mhm.
He ain't working today. What is
he's,
today?
he's playing hooky maybe. Today's Thursday.
Oh, I just kept thinking it was Saturday.
Well, he might be working nights again. He's worked nights for a while there.
So yeah. So you're missing it, Art. And but yeah,
I'll
so
send you some pictures.
video wise, we've actually been doing pretty good. Right now, we've tentatively booked this for next year. You guys are watching our videos, which makes a big difference, and it's all about the money that's coming in to justify the expenses that we
To get
have.
here.
And we are starting to talk to some of our vendors about sponsoring some of our expenses that we
Rallies.
have. And so we have a couple of them very interested, and we'll go from there and see how they do to determine where we're all going to go next year.
More fun.
So right now it looks like, definitely probably going to do Daytona because we got several places there that'll put us up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here, we don't have anybody to put up, but to stay at the state park for 12 nights 12 days, whatever it was, is almost $600. So like I say, that's expenses but here we're actually a little over $600 in money right now. So we're already broke even that way, not for gas, but for that.
For lodging.
Yeah, to help pay for those expenses. So we're looking for that. We actually got screwed on one of the videos. I don't know if you guys seen that on Facebook. I put on there that
The one that did the best.
yeah, the one that was leading. It's about 10,000 views right now. Finally, the other day, I thought, I'm going to go ahead and hit it again. Let them look at it again. And boom, they approved it. Stupid moron, YouTube. So yeah, we could have probably made double what we've already made if that video would have been monetized from the moment that it came out, like the rest of them are. But who knows what's going on? I don't know what's going on with YouTube, and it's just nuts. So
I think they should reimburse you. Like
but
if they go
they
back,
can't figure out how
well,
much.
they should. I mean, they could guesstimate.
You can talk to them and complain about it too.
I don't know, but it just doesn't seem right.
Well, it's not if you're trying to run a business. I mean, you can get away with never put no girls on any of the videos. Don't put any swimming suits on, but that wasn't what today's video was about. It was talking about Sturgis. So we got a lot of really neat things that are going to be talking about next week about Sturgis. And,
I'm old, fatigue.
yeah, yes. So we've got, we're actually, for those that don't know, we're going to be hitting Sturgis already on June 29th. We're like, what the heck are you doing? It doesn't start till August. Oh, the idea is we want to get the rides all out. You're going to see a video. If you watch the video yesterday, we've got more motorcycle issues going on. So we're going to talk about that on tomorrow's video.
So stay tuned.
No, I guess they don't know about the motorcycle. That's on today's video. You got a preview if you're watching live. So we have some issues with the motorcycle. So you have to wait 2 days to find out what's wrong with it. We're actually a day ahead on our videos. That's for all of you to know, because that way I don't have to spend so much time at night working on them.
We can go to bed
So right now I've got-
before midnight.
We actually went out and rode demos, rode Indians today, or I did. She didn't.
No, I didn't feel very good that day.
And so she didn't want to take and drop one or something like that. So I took it out. I took 3 out and rode it. And we're going to talk about that on the video coming up in the next day or so. It's starting to pick up here. But
I'm assuming he means what other rallies are you going to? And it said author. And I just kept reading what author? What author? But I think he means other. Oh,
Super chat.
Thank you, Art.
Thank you, Pating Nation.
Yeah.
Now, I forget to be saying with all the stuff that's going on, I'm sorry we haven't been adding the Pating to all of our videos and didn't on the one that's coming out today
That's not in
either.
a minute.
But we'll
I'll
see.
write that down.
But,
So you can tell later what other rallies we're going to.
okay.
Dixie's on. She wanted to know if we were going to the Ohio one. I said
No.
no, and then whatever she says there.
So
can't
we
read
were
that. That's a
we
lot.
were thinking about it, but see, we're going to be all the way on the East Coast, and it's 700 miles over, 700 miles back, and at the price of gas right now.
Dixie, are you going to Laconia or just Sturgis? We'll see you at one of those
Yeah,
two.
so we're in Laconia for sure, and from there we head to Sturgis. That's why we're getting a Sturgis so early.
Quebec's on. Montreal, Quebec. Oops. There we go. Karen's on. Hey there. Got a pull behind for your bike.
No.
You got a pull behind for your bike. Yeah, we do. We put it in the trailer. Is that what he's
we have a
saying?
toy hauler that we
Oh.
put the bike in. We don't have a trailer we hook to the motorcycle.
It's a pull behind trailer.
Wow.
Just sorry. I'll write it down and I'll have him go through before we get off. So right now we only really have 1, 2, 3 more rallies. Well, until we go home. And then we'll see about Galveston. And Mexico, if you guys want to go to Mexico.
Yeah, if we can find people that want to go down there to Mexico, we'll go down with a group. But if we don't, we're not doing Mexico this year. So that's still up to par. And, right now it's 84 degrees here, and it feels like 91. It's hot out here. The wind kind of stopped. The humidity's kicking in, and it's going to get hotter this weekend. It's going to be miserable by the time we get to Saturday. Then, of course, it cools down on Monday.
So we wanted to know, Nomad wanted to know if we bought a spot at the Chip and can we stay there non-rally dates?
Yes.
Now, it used to be just rally dates. Now it's including pre-rally. We can't stay there
Yeah.
for free. Karen,
So
you're doing
yeah,
good.
so we
There's
don't
bubble
know.
socks.
We're not
Gotta
sure.
find out where you're at.
We have a week when we get to Sturgis that we don't have a place to stay yet. So we may be staying at the Buffalo Chip, or we're looking at a place in Rapid City
Next
that might want to do a video on their place to attract more motorcycle people to it. And we'll let you know about that soon.
So if anybody's looking for a fifth wheeler, Karen says that she's got one in great shape, a toy hauler. Yep. So Karen right here, look her up on Facebook.
Well, what you can do is go to Facebook and take a
post
picture of it
and
and
post
put
it
your
on
information
our-
down. We're okay with that.
Post
It's
it on our
kind of a
Facebook.
motorcycle relatively related.
Related. Humid, yes.
Yes.
It hasn't been too bad. It's been a little humid, but not like crazy, like sweating to death. Now it's crazy sweating to death. Last few days, there's also been an ocean breeze. No more breeze. So yeah.
It's even kind of, it doesn't look too bad now, but it was kind of hazy this morning when we got
out. Art says he's never going to Mexico. I knew that.
We didn't ask you, did we, Art? We already
He's
know your
invited
story.
everybody.
I've tried many times to get Art to go to Mexico.
Not much of a stay at home for a while, living life. Wow. Yeah, I know. We'll be home in August and then.
We don't know after that. Right now, we have a few things set up for October, November, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That's when I go through what we got going on.
Just joined. Lots of pating going on here. I gotta add one more pating. Hammond, South Bay. There you go. Not too far from where we used to be at. I knew some people that used to live up there in South Bay, Torrance. I'll be in the ocean. I'd be in the ocean. I know he asks every night when we go
It's
home.
been having red flags.
Sturgis is coming quick. I can't wait. Yeah,
Yep,
we'll be here before you know it.
What's the first day?
Well, the pre-rally?
What's the first day?
It's like the
Sturgis rally?
6th, 5th or 6th.
August 5th.
Facebook.
How many days do August 5th?
78 days. So, we'll be
So you
there really
minus
soon.
about 71 to be if you're there for pre-rally. Because it starts that Saturday.
All right. Is it on Facebook?
Yeah. Should be.
Oh, there we go.
And so yeah. So from here we're going to Laconia. We actually are stopping in Washington D.C. We can announce that now, just unless something happens. We're going to go to. They used to have Rolling Thunder in Washington D.C. Now it's called
Ride to Remember.
Ride to Remember. It's put on by the AM Vets. We've gotten a hold of particular people, which we'll talk about as we get closer. And we're going to have a great location for filming, and we might even have some special guests coming on. We're also going to have somebody, if you know anything about that Rolling Thunder, we are going to get somebody that's somewhat famous, but not famous. You may not know who he is. That's going to be really neat. If you're military or motorcycle and you watch that parade, there's always one thing that stands out more than anything else. We're going to make that happen right here on our channel. Pretty neat.
So she wanted to know what page to put the trailer on. She could put it on the Sturgis one too, couldn't she?
Yeah, you could put it on our regular page like what this one's running on now. You could put it on there. That would be fine. And because pretty much everybody that's like on the Pating page is on the regular page. And you could also go to our Sturgis one and you could put it on there too.
Here's Rod. That's where we're staying up in Laconia. Redzilla in the house. Polly P's on. He says, hello, freedom loving people.
So from here, so after we get done with
I went to talk to Joe too.
Memorial Day, that's when we'll be down there to film the parade. We're not going to be in it. We're going to be filming it. And then from there, we'll be heading up to Laconia. And we get to Laconia, what day?
I think it's the 7th, if that's okay, Rod. I think I emailed you. Check that out. I don't know if you wrote me back, but we were telling you the days we were going to get there and if that was okay, because we're getting there a little bit before. But I think it was June 7th. I think he wrote
back because he said he needed to come back. He offered that other place too.
I don't know. This was just not too far ago. So Joe is on Facebook and he asked about if we're going to have a ride in Sturgis. I think you have our number. So we're going to be there early. And if you want to do any rides with us early, you can let us know, call us or email us.
Text or email and let us know when you arrive. See, that's the problem that we have with not a lot of you. But I mean, if you're coming to a rally and you want to catch up with us, we have no idea. I got people today that said, what are you planning on doing today? Oh, I went down and picked the bike up. That's the first thing we did. But other than that, we didn't know. We thought we were going to hang around down at SBB longer today, but there's nobody down there yet. Probably because it's so hot. Everybody's probably out riding. So there's not a lot going on. We decided to come eat, having some good barbecue here.
Barbecue house.
And I thought, we've been wanting to do this live for a week now. And we thought, let's get this out here now about Sturgis. We want to start putting out videos once a week on Sturgis, updates of what's going on. They got we're actually going to have a guest on next Wednesday. We're going to have another live, right? Wednesday? You coming on?
Yes.
We're going to have a city official in charge of the rally. That's going to be pretty special. So if you guys got questions, you want to know about what's going on in the city, not Buffalo Chip or any of the other campgrounds, but the activities that are going on in the city, all that stuff. She's going to be on and she's going to tell us, we've got some questions we've already going to be asking her. And then you guys can ask questions too if you've got things that you'd like to know about the rally. Kind of tough to know what you want to really ask. You might be more interested in just watching her and hearing what she's got to say, because it's kind of like we just met the guy I guess 2 years ago. We met the guy that was in charge and he retired. And this young lady's stepping up. She actually was his assistant. So it's not like it's somebody that doesn't know what's going on. But it's kind of neat that
she's worked for the city for a while, I believe. We're going to ask her that too.
So it's kind of neat that she's going to come on our channel. She's a volunteer. It's going to be an early one though. It's probably going to be about
It'll be 6
o'clock Eastern time.
4 Mountain, 3 Pacific.
Yeah.
And for you, Neil didn't know.
Yeah, be about 2 o'clock probably.
So
that's going to be on Wednesday. So that's coming up this week.
It was supposed to be yesterday, but with everything down here, being in a rally and the bike and everything else.
And then Sunday, she doesn't want to do weekends. We'll talk about that. She'll tell us about what she does on the weekends. And so that's what's coming up next week. So we got actually 2 lives coming on this week. So we'll have Sunday night, which we'll have the wrap up of Myrtle Beach, which is our normal time. Whatever time we've been on every other Sunday, it'll be the same time. And then we'll have a Wednesday, we'll be coming on, but it'll be 4 o'clock Mountain Time and 7 o'clock. No, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Back it up from there. And we'll be posting that real soon. Maybe I'll put them both up this week. Yeah, you're doing a lot of writing.
Yep. So Karen says they usually in Sturgis, they usually stay at the Iron Horse. So are you guys getting a new fifth wheel or you're going to just start staying at motels? And what? I'll be in Sturgis the 1st and 7th, Custer State Park in Michigan, close to riding. That sounds great too. So he's getting out of there on the 1st. Yeah. So you can contact us. Nope, that's not what I
Best to
wanted.
do is once you arrive to start, just like if you're at this rally, you need to text us. Well, first you email us. We'll send you a phone number, and we'll send you a text back to your phone number, and you'll have our name and number. And then you text us when you get to town and say, hey, we're here now. Can we meet up someplace? We can't necessarily go where you're at because we've already got, sometimes we've already got schedules made up of where we're going to go, what we're going to do. And we can't, that Panama City was that way. We had one girl that just kept going back and forth, back and forth. And it's like, I can't, we finally, we did catch up with her. And, but it's tough when you say, well, I'm at SB&B right now. We're not going back down there right now. If somebody was over here at the dealership, we might be able to stop on the way back or go. I don't know what we're going to do. It's freaking hot. And we don't really want to do tomorrow, Friday night and Saturday night. We're going to be out and we're probably going to we might go back out tonight. They're having a Kiss tribute band at 9 o'clock down here at Spokes and Bones. And I'd like to see a little bit of that. I don't really need, you can't film it anyway, but it'd be neat to just go down there and check it out.
So Joe, to your question about a ride, you can either let us know and we can go on one. I don't think we're going to do a ride before the rally this year, but I was thinking about meeting up and everybody riding out to Ulip on Wednesday to the Ham and Jam, go to that, and then maybe come through Sundance and then back into Sturgis, and we could all do the Ham and Jam together. That was the ride I was thinking about, and I thought we could maybe meet at the where Boss Hoss is on the exit of LaSalle.
There is a Chevrolet dealer.
Yeah, Chevrolet dealership, I think, on LaSalle and the 90. It's on the opposite side of Sturgis
And we'll
side.
put stuff on our Facebook page. We'll also talk about it when we get a little closer to the rally to make sure everything's good. Because we want to call out there at the Hewlett and figure out how many's going to come so they have a table and stuff set up for us. We know them. And get a table inside the bar and stuff in case it's hot there too. That place needs to cool down before we ride back. And but it's really neat if you've never been to the Ham Jam. And free food, but they ask for donation.
Yep, it's cool. It's a fun ride, and
so we're gonna have a lot of neat
stuff
going on
if you haven't been
with Sturgis because we've probably out of everything that we do here, we know more about Sturgis than we do about anything else. And probably when it comes to YouTubers, we're probably the most knowledgeable, just for the fact that we've spent those 30 to 40 days these last couple of years and the connections that we've made with people and stuff. And yes, there's places we haven't even been yet. And that's one of the reasons I like going back to Sturgis every year because there's so much stuff to do. And this year we're going to be a little different. And if you're noticing, if you're watching these last few rallies, we're not putting quite as many vendors on as we have in the past. So actually, it's given us a little more lull time that we don't really. It's like, what are we going to do now? So we just go kind of step in front of some of those. If you've been watching, seeing how we're doing that now, because I know some of you don't want to hear all that. So we're going to see how these sponsorships go, and
we'll at least show you where they're at. So if you do want to get something done, you'll know where they are.
So a lot of people said that. Almost everybody that we've talked to so far watched the pre-rally, and that's what they said. Wow, we just, I was looking for some mufflers, and he said, you went right by that guy's shop and our stand, and he says, there we go. Hey, we can go over there and get those mufflers. I know where they're at now, slip-ons. And so that was kind of neat. So we'll still do that, but we're just not going to like Amsoil Adam. We didn't really go over there and do a thing. We did a few. We did a Ciro came up on theirs, and we also always do anything that's veteran or Kenny with the raffle trailer. We're always going to do those because that's a good cause.
Yeah.
And
we always like to try to support our vets.
And in this case, if you go out to Myrtle Beach, it's 20. You get 6
4 tickets.
No, not that one. The one that's out there. 4 tickets is in the town here at Myrtle because they're giving away Myrtle.
Right.
They're giving away the better shirts.
So if you go to Barefoot Landing, you get 6 tickets and you get a rally T-shirt.
Not from Myrtle.
Yeah, a spring rally. I think it's Daytona.
Which is fine. Free shirt's free shirt.
Yep. And then if you
go
down
it's here, 4 tickets and a free shirt.
Right. There's
because the price of because some of the vendors are complaining they're giving away free shirts. So if they're selling Myrtle shirts, that's why they do it. So if you go over.
Well, that's what he said. If you're paying X amount of dollars to be a vendor to sell Myrtle T-shirts, and then there's a guy down there giving away for free. So
I can understand that.
Yeah.
So, but we want to promote those kind of people like that. And if we see somebody new, well, we kind of let you know where the Fair and Exchange was. Now, we did spend a lot of time at Rick Rack too, but I like to go to Rick Rack, which you guys see. We have a lot of work done at Rick Rack too.
And all those guys there know us.
and they actually, we're talking to them too about possibly a sponsorship and stuff. What we're looking to do is the vendors that we already have, we're looking for them to help us with these expenses that we have that are up and above what we normally would spend, because this gets expensive. So we're looking at them now because we already give them shout outs. We already give them, so it's not like I'm selling out for them. Like if we start installing products, which we probably are going to be doing some stuff soon. If we get the garage built at home, we're probably going to put a studio in there. And I'm going to try to take our installs, which if Art's on, you need to retire by next year, and come out there. And I want to set up a studio so we can do
That's cool. Good for you.
installs to where it looks right. And plus have, my hope is like if Art was there, he could do the mechanical work and I can film it all, or I'll work and he films me. And then that way you're not, because even when you watch the J&P Cycles thing, you know, when you're trying to do it yourself, you're thinking about shots and you're thinking about working, and you can't do both. And we won't say any stories about that. But things, when you end up doing videos while you're trying to do the work, stuff's not going to be right. You're going to leave stuff loose. You're not going to tighten stuff up. You're going to forget to do something, forget a step, whatever the case may be. So we're looking at that. I got to go call the neighbor, see if he can start picking stuff out of the catalog that he wants. But hey, if you ever come out to Arizona in our area, let us know ahead of time, and we be
What you might want for your bike.
might be able to
And we
get
can
you
do an
some
install
free
on your bike.
stuff. And what the catch would be, we have to do an install there. You have to film it all, and you have to tell me how and why you wanted the parts. So that way, somebody on here might want to buy it. And
So Tony wants to know where we're going next. After here, we're going up the East Coast. We're going to stop in DC for Ride to Remember, which used to be Rolling Thunder. And then from there, we'll go to Laconia, and then Laconia to Sturgis.
yep.
So
We'll be in
that's our
Sturgis
route.
on June 29th, pulling into Rapid City. Hopefully, that's where we're going to be. If not, we'll be at the Buffalo Chip. So we'll be getting there. But
He wants to know how much money we're asking for a sponsorship. So how much money for a sponsorship?
for one video, now it depends. We're also looking to maybe do, you guys could sponsor a day. And so what I was thinking about that is videos that we don't have a sponsorship for. For $100, you could sponsor that day's video, and then your name, if you'd like, could be up here across the top that says, "Thank you, sponsoring today is this." If we do the vendors, we're looking at right now about $500 per video. And what that would be is we're going to spend some time there. We're going to do some stuff for them, maybe a live, maybe a meet and greet, all that. Plus the video the next day will be their video. It would say it's sponsored by them, but it's not, we're not selling anything. But they could tell us, well, just like yesterday, we were at Rick Rack and I had no idea that he sells Saddleman seats. I've had a bunch of you, somebody have asked me, you know anybody sells Saddleman seats? I'm like, I have no idea. I know Mustang, we got on the J&P Cycles, they got them, and I knew Rick Rack had some other seats, but they got a guy making some fancy seats and out of Daytona. And
Nomad said Rick Rack's going to do his fat tire on the Road King, I guess, up in Sturgis.
oh, okay. And he was showing us those too. He was showing us that. I knew he did the fat tires. We actually have a video coming up here and in the near future. We've actually done 3 install videos that I've got to edit. I've got to take time to edit. And one is Amsoil Adam. We did a complete 3-holer again. You know, you got to plug all 3 of them holes. And so that video will be coming up soon. Like I say, I get time. I want to do really, really good on these videos. I want to take our installs to a next level. And then we also did a fat tire install over at
All About Customs.
Yep, All About Customs. And also while they were there, they were doing one of their air rides. So the air ride's probably going to be a while because across the street was Sinister Sound. And they kept turning the radio up because they were showing it off to somebody looking at it. The sound's going to suck on big time on that one. So he's probably going to have to redo it.
Just the talking part.
So probably in Sturgis. I don't know if he comes to Laconia or not. I don't know if he said he's going to Laconia or not. I'll have to ask him.
So Detroit Muscle Ted Nugent tribute says not just one show. He was one that's asking how much for a sponsorship. So not just one show.
Well, it depends on what you want. But we basically are
Here,
looking at,
email us
yeah.
and we can talk.
Basically,
If
we're
you're
looking at a
interested.
normal rally. We're figuring it's costing us between $1,500 and $2,000 to do a rally. And that's the expense of staying in the place and the gas to get there. Right now, it's the price. Right now, we're hearing up north. We're already hearing we get to North Carolina and on the other side of North Carolina, Virginia and stuff. It's already $6 a gallon for diesel. So we have no idea how high it's going to get up there. So that's the part that we're looking
I was
at.
thinking maybe just for summer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, email us and we can talk.
Yeah. And we can call you and stuff too and talk about what we have and stuff. But we're just looking for we're looking to get our expenses. Last year, the first year, I spent a lot of my retirement money, and I'm not going to do it this year. And so far, right now, we haven't been doing too awful bad.
Our
But
videos have been doing pretty good. As long as
but
YouTube
we
pays
do
us.
have, we bought tires. I had to put that on the credit card and so stuff like that we weren't expecting. And of course, we're gonna have expenses
Right.
that just like here, one of the shocks on the awning just broke today, and I got to go order one of those someplace. I'll probably measure it up and see if I can get it off of Amazon or
Well,
eBay
the
or
thing that
something.
stinks too is when we're out on the road, you have to go to an Amazon hub to pick up any orders if you order anything. So we ordered some stuff through Amazon, dropped it off at the hub, same place we used last year. Go there. Sorry, we're closed.
What do you
Next
think?
day, sorry, we're closed. Next day, sorry, we're closed. And we start getting emails saying,
You need to pick
sorry,
your stuff up.
we can't deliver this.
Yeah, the stuff.
It's undeliverable. It's like, oh, jeez. So we just got a refund on everything we
Yeah.
ordered.
So and now where we're going next for the week, there is nothing around there as a hub to pick it up because we're going to be in Virginia out there on the
coast,
island out there or whatever, the peninsula out there.
Colonial Beach.
Yeah, well, it's not. I don't know. The town Colonial Beach doesn't show up, but there's a bunch of stuff around it. There's actually California town out there, but I mean, there's nothing. We'd have to drive all the way
That's where we're going
backwards.
next,
So
yeah.
I don't know right now the stuff that we were going to order. Which I was going to get a new microphone because if you guys know, we've had some issues in loud places with microphones cutting in and cutting out. And I think with these smaller microphones, they just can't handle the decibels.
All the different noises.
And so we had a really expensive microphone coming. And
They said
that,
it would be here in a few days.
and then they turned around and said it's going to be on June 6th.
And
Well,
we'll
June
be
6th, not
gone.
going to be here. Well, meanwhile, we find out, I had some other stuff ordered. We had another tripod set up. So when we do like we did the other day at Twin Peaks, we could have a tripod. We had a camera on a tripod instead of trying to, move it around and turn it and stuff
Putting
like
it
that.
on 2 ketchup bottles.
Yeah. So we had that ordered. I had another. What else did I have ordered? And she had some medicine, some stuff she had ordered.
I had
makeup
ordered some stuff and stuff for the dog. We
Yeah, we
got
had some pills
Charlie
for the
some
dog.
stuff.
I'll stop you from itching his ears. And something else I had ordered.
Probiotics.
Something else I ordered. I don't know. But all that stuff.
Oh, another one of these.
Yeah, that's what I said. A tripod.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got the stand too. I got the tripod plus a new holder. I got another holder just like this one. And the holds
So Paul G says he's in Buffalo, New York, and it's over $6 a gallon there.
I'm already expecting that. Like I said, we heard last week when we got here, it was people were saying it was about 6.30 a gallon. And well, that's one of the reasons why we were so concerned about the motorcycle. And like I say, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to see the video on 2 days from now. That'll be tomorrow's video. And
because one will come out today, I'll tell you that we're having more bike problems, and the one tomorrow
we'll
tell you what happened.
What we found out and what we're going to be doing in the future.
So Daryl S says 539 in North Carolina.
Something. That's about what it is here. We paid about 525, 526. Yeah. We try not to drive the truck too much. And so yeah.
And thank you, Stephen. If Stephen's on, he's been helping us out a lot.
Probably not. He was going to do this.
But he's driven us around a little bit, so we appreciate that.
Well, he even offered to use his motorcycle today. He's got a brand new 22 that he said, 21 and 22. That he said, hey, if you got a problem, you can't ride your bike, you can come over and get my bike and ride it. And we appreciate that.
Yes,
we were getting ready to call somebody we knew up in, well, actually, I was getting ready to put it on here too, that if we went to Laconia, we may not have a bike. Right now, we think it's all going to work out, but we'll know a little bit sooner as we ride.
That's where we are.
Excellent barbecue. Now we're using our own
Wi-Fi.
There's
two. There's one down here in Surfside, which is where we're at. It's not too far from the dealership in Spokes and Bones.
1205 Highway 17.
See that without your glasses on?
Barely. Other one's in North Myrtle, and it's at 15 something. I can't see that. Highway
1561, Highway
North.
17 North Myrtle. So 2 locations. Very good place. We eat here.
Never ate at the one in North Myrtle.
No, just this one. So this one's in between Spokes and Bones and the dealership.
We did a video on this last year.
Yeah.
It was one of our highly recommended places. We might do it on today's video too. I say something about it.
There we go.
No man's said. They make homemade French fries.
Don't forget, yeah, they're really good. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
She had hush puppies, but she was making them look like obscene things. She said, "What does this look like?" Boing!
They were not little circles. They were oddly shaped.
So our mind was in the gutter today.
They just looked funny.
What does this remind you of? I don't know. I don't look down at it. And the two of them were together. She goes, "Oh, look, I got Siamese kissing twins."
Wouldn't you like to spend the day with me?
Somebody else said that it was going to be one of our subscribers today caught up with us and said, "Oh, I got a new girlfriend." I said, "You might be biting off more than you can chew. He's a handful."
What's going up daily? Where Daryl said the one in North Carolina, it's like
We're hearing all that too, so it's not. We're not trying to think
6
about
hours
that
now.
because at this point
Yeah,
we've
I know.
made the commitment that we're going to Laconia, mainly because all our whole way up there we're not paying anything to stay anywhere. All of it's in our camping club, which we paid for already.
And then thanks to Rod. Rod's letting us stay
And
on
we're
his
staying at
property.
place, so that's really great. So
Otherwise, we probably would not be going
we
to
would have not
Laconia.
gone because the campgrounds I was looking at was $140 a night, and we can't do that. And with Charlie in there, we can't go someplace
And
like
Boondock.
the racetrack or wherever Amsoil Adam is that has no electric. I don't like to run the generator when we're not there. So probably next year Charlie won't be with us. We're probably we'll talk about that when we get to Sturgis if that's going to happen. We're going to have some neat stuff going to happen in Sturgis here in the next couple of years. We're going to be talking about that soon. That's why I want to start doing some more videos on Sturgis and telling you.
So are you down here in Myrtle Beach? He is down in Murrells Inlet. Go all the way down to the end, across the street from Beaver Bar, and he's behind the car wash. He's not very easy to find, but that's where he is. So Murrells Inlet, Beaver Bar, across the street, the car wash, behind the car wash. That's where Angela Adam is. He needs some new love jugs, he says. Are your old ones wore out?
Down
There's
here
Dawn. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's
somebody asked what it was. It's hot and humid
91
today.
and the
No
humidity is probably
breeze.
99%. It is.
The Dawn's here.
Sweating to the seat. We need those. We need our sheepskin. We left it at home. We'll have to call
Are
somebody
you
to-
guys
Go ahead.
Jack Russell Great White fan by chance? Jack Russell Great White fan.
Well, Jack
Probably
Russell's a dog.
No, Jack Russell's a band, I think. Or maybe Jack Russell's in Great White. I've heard of them. It was probably an 80s band. In the 80s, we'd first got married. We
Well,
had
Great White
kids
has
and-
some good songs, but we're not big fans of theirs. I see a lot of them are like that.
We probably know more
we
songs
like-
than we think.
We like Cheap Trick and stuff like that, but the same thing. I wouldn't go to a concert of Cheap Trick because I only know like
We
2 of their
have been.
songs. Once again, we didn't go there just to see Cheap Trick.
The band we went to go see, we left. Anyway, so there's your answer in a nutshell.
So from after that, after we get done with Sturgis, probably a day or two after Sturgis wraps up, we're heading back to Arizona. And at that point, we recuperate. We've got some stuff going on. We've got a couple tours that we're going to be doing. We're actually setting up another one that we found out one today in Phoenix. And that'll be pretty neat if we get that one set up, and we should, because of course we have quite a few vendors, and KMP Cycles buys from them, so I should get in there. So we got that, and then we've also got one in California we're going to be doing. So we got some neat stuff to show you.
Thing's on. He said worn out love jugs are called flapjack.
We got a video here. We're going to talk about some of the things that they have here. They're inappropriate signs that they have in Myrtle Beach. You should do that today. Sun's out.
Oh, yeah. First I had to think, but I know what he's talking about now. Ken. Are you talking to Ken or are you talking to Rep Pink?
So,
I think Rep Pink.
but overall, oh, there's a big one.
Yep. I mean Rep Pink. Okay.
There's a big one.
Yep. Where are you? Staying in New Hampshire. Has everything you need. Where you staying has everything you need. Awesome breakfast place. Lovely Heather and crew. A store that sells everything and 2 great pubs with food. Covers all the bases. There you go. Thanks, Rod. So that's where we're staying by him. He says it's got all that stuff.
Oh yeah, he wrote that on one of the emails. I think he said all the places, and he's gonna give us a bunch of show us all these great rides, which everybody's telling us to
Thanks,
go up
Rod.
the mountain, the 6,500.
Yeah, you
where they-
go up to where the highest wind speed is on top of that mountain, but they said make sure you bring your warm clothes.
and bring a perfect day. Because it's really, really
Cold and windy up there.
get another-
Yeah, and ice. You can ask her and see. She's
She made the bad mistake of paying.
no, we didn't. It's still sitting there. Got it on Adam's video. Oh, okay. That's cool. So Bobo Sock said he got in on Adam's video. Yeah, he went Tuesday and talked to him.
I didn't see it.
So,
So where are you staying at?
well, he is. He's at the
Nobody
campground.
didn't tell us what
I
campsite
know.
he's
I
at.
told him I emailed him back. So
You never
Bobo
emailed us
Sock.
back.
I know. I emailed you where we are and asked
Well,
where
he knows
you
where
were.
we're at because he's seen us.
Oh, well then.
He says, I'm your neighbor.
Usually
gotta
every
be
morning
right
and
around
every
there.
evening I walk Charlie, so I can walk around and see it because usually he's videotaping. There's Palmoto. How you doing? Dang, I was gonna have Bobby Lesher from the band come on with you guys. I know. We'd have to. We used to DJ, but I don't. The
They wanna
80s,
do
we
it?
never really played. He said, dang, he says, I was going to have Robbie Locher, Locher, from the band come on with you guys.
But you can.
Just
You know,
because we don't know
yeah.
it.
I mean, I can look it up and look at it
Yeah.
and see, but I
And
know
like
some
I said, we
songs that they
probably know
played.
probably more.
And but I mean, it's just not one of the. We're back in the old days, Aerosmith, things like that. You know, we did country for a while in the '90s. We were big country people. Did all the country stuff. She line dance. I learned a little of it, and
Not much. There's Chief and Ghost Rider. How you guys doing?
we made it home after a
Yeah.
rainy ride.
Yeah. I don't know if it was. Oh, I guess it did. He said he did get some rain.
It rained all the way home on me.
Yeah.
I remembered. See,
Yeah.
I remember. Can't remember your name,
Mount
but I can remember
Washington's
what
great,
you.
but there are a lot of other ones that are awesome also. I know. That was the problem that was really stinking because we thought if something was wrong with the bike and we couldn't get it fixed before we went to Laconia, because we were going to do 90% of the stuff in Laconia was riding. We
Yeah.
were just going to ride
So we were gonna do-
everywhere we could.
We're going to do the same thing
On
in
the good days.
Sturgis. So we're going to change our riding techniques of showing you rides. And Sturgis, I'll do a lot better job because I know those rides, and we'll.
I'll have to write that down.
Once you guys see it, you can tell us if you like that style of.
Red
We're not talking in the
range.
helmets. We're not going to do any of that crap, but we're going to show you great places to stop, where the route starts at, which way you should go, what to expect, what to see.
Is that on YouTube? 87 Ricer? I saw you, but didn't want to intrude. Well, you
can
can just
always-
say, hey.
Whoever we're talking to is another subscriber. Or it's a
Usually.
vendor, and it doesn't matter because people butt in when we're talking to vendors because we step back and let them do their job because they're there to make money. So we don't
Just
wanna
write
take
down
away-
your site, and then when I walk Charlie, I'll see if I can find you guys. So walk him in the morning and then at night.
I mean, we
So,
really weren't talking to nobody today except for Stephen called up. He's seen us
No.
this morning.
well, maybe it's someplace out here. I don't know.
But
How's the
yeah,
rally going so far? 55 on.
not too bad. It's the first part of it's been really nice. The weather was really good. Nice cool breeze. Wasn't too bad.
The humidity wasn't horrible.
It
A little
was.
bit.
'Cause the trailer's like 78 degrees. You come out, it's like, ooh, you can feel the humidity when you step out the door.
Yeah, she's gonna be coming.
She's all by herself. She said.
I know. Let me get some more tea. How's the rally going? It's the weather's like you said has been pretty nice. A little bit of humidity.
Can we get some more
till
tea
today.
and some ice?
What kind of tea is it?
Unsweet.
Thank you. So it's going pretty good. We've been to a lot of the vendors and been all over the place. So except for the bike having a few issues, which will be on the videos coming up. Other than that, the rally's been pretty nice down here.
Yeah.
The videos have been doing good.
Yeah,
Hey,
which is actually
Pensacola,
shocking. We
hey,
went
Tio.
ahead and booked
Those
the
are my first
campground.
initials.
That's why I said we was talking about sponsorship.
17. Okay,
That's
then you're not far
$600
from
we
us.
just paid. Got to pay ahead, a year ahead when you book. You can book yours 13 months in advance.
I
Think
know.
about it, if you're going to come down to South Carolina to book a state campground, you can do it 13 months in advance. I went to the office and asked. You can cancel up to 15 days before. That's why we figured, well, the rally's not over yet. We're actually doing pretty good on videos. And if it keeps up like this, because our best nights are going to be Friday and Saturday, which is going to be Friday night, you'll probably see on Saturday. And Saturday, you're going to see next week. But I mean, we're going to go down to the bars, the Beaver Bar, SB&B, and that's where it's going to be just crazy, crazy, crazy. And we'll have a lot of fun things. But we're finding out they may not have the white t-shirt on this, which I can't believe they're not doing that.
I couldn't
Sad.
find Karen to find out because she hadn't seen it last year. So
So it's really sad, and I don't know what we're going to do. We're not very happy about it.
thank you
We
so
have to
much.
find some girls. Find some girls to give the Patreon people something to watch.
Get to
That
get
was
rid of
mine.
cups.
This
Okay, sure.
Here, we'll get your straw.
I chew on my straw.
So what?
My cup.
Oh, you want the tea? That was my tea.
No. Anyway, the chieftain said thumbs up.
So we still have on the books a couple rallies that are up in the air. One is Las Vegas. We don't know for sure what's going on with Las Vegas. We've heard rumors. Now we haven't called any of the dealers to ask them yet because there are dealers and we'll know for sure. But somebody said that Las Vegas is not going to have it anymore. I don't know. So we'll find out.
The
We were-
dealers might have some stuff going on, but they might not have the promoter who is Randy the Clown.
No, oh yeah. And so I don't know. We'll see and we'll let you know. That's supposed to be in October. So we were planning on doing that in October. November right now we have Galveston set up to go down to. We just don't know. I got to go back and look at the numbers. I don't think my numbers in Galveston were really that good. So we may end up not doing anything in Galveston this year. We never got to talk to the promoter. We wanted the time to talk to her, and we're not going to get this. Well, I guess we could see her in Sturgis,
Who's that?
the promoter of the Galveston Rally.
Oh, okay.
She's in Sturgis, so we can talk to her there if we can catch her. It's easier to catch her in Daytona than it is in Sturgis. And if we can sit down and talk to her and get things straightened out with what we need to do, then maybe. But the problem is it's just so far from us. So it's almost like coming to Florida. But then we were planning on doing Mexico, which is right after that. But none of you have stepped up and said, hey, I'd like to go down to Florida or Mexico with you
We
guys.
have to get some of you guys from California, and we've got quite a few from Arizona, because these people from the East Coast, that's like a 3 rate.
Yeah, well, somebody
somebody
Well, it
was
was
going to
Redfin.
go. I
Or
no,
not
was
Redfin,
it?
it was
It was
Ryder X.
Ryder X.
He looked at it, it was 2,200, 2,300 miles from his house to just getting to the border to cross. So which is a
So
lot.
that's 3 days, and then down there 3 days, and then home 3 days. He's
That's
like,
a
that's
lot
a lot of.
A lot of riding.
So Teal's outside says that he talked damn soil at him. He seems to find all the girls. He's well, when he's not busy, that's what he's doing. Or
Well,
even
he's
if
on
somebody,
a mission to do that. Well, we're not on a mission to do that. We don't chase girls down. And if we see a few girls, she goes and talks to them, but we're not, our channel's not all about just girls. No, we need a thumbnail and that's about it during a rally. I don't need a dozen girls. I figure out we've got enough content
Rocky Point
to show you. Hey, shoot stuff down your
2022.
boobs.
I don't know what that was. That's not what I asked. Rocky Point.
She's got a snazzy shirt on today.
I feel like I'm back in the 70s.
Got her hippie shirt on.
That's what I feel like. Although Steve took a picture of me and it's not very flattering on Facebook. It's a backside shot. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Somebody wanted to know when Rocky Point was. I'm trying.
It's the week after. What is this? Oops, wrong one. Rocky Point Rally 2022. November 10th through the 13th.
There you go. The 10th through the 13th is the Rocky Point Rally. And I'm way behind on my comments. Yay for refills. I know. We'll have to stop every 5 minutes. Yes.
Let's just
okay, bye 87 Rice.
This
Thanks
is a good day
for
to
hanging
go
out.
Shopping or something.
There's Neil. He's in.
Made it, Neil. Unscheduled live, but sorry.
We should text you right before we go on. And I don't ever think about it till we go on and your number's in that phone that we're using.
And we had to find someplace with good internet too, because we've had that problem. We wanted to go down there while we were down at Speeds or down at the, we went and ate at the Judy's place the other day. Their internet sucks. So
good food, but
we didn't want to be like the Beaver Bar where it was in and out. Here they have internet, but we don't need it. We got
the
Verizon's great. We got like about 15 up.
It was more than that.
No, it doesn't matter. 15 up. Doesn't matter. Anything above that's fine. Anything below, when you do about,
Don says,
like 10, but.
So Tom says, for ideal possible future information video costs, approximately different methods, ways to get back and forth from Sturgis, perhaps something like 1,250 miles each way. Can Sturgis be done cheaply? We had Neil on. If you go back and watch a live we had with Neil, he's put down how he told us how he does it. Because I think that's his only rally he goes to is Sturgis, and he's in Alaska. So what he does is, I think originally he was from Wisconsin. So he flies into Wisconsin, picks up his bike, which they store it there at the Harley dealer in Wisconsin, drives from Wisconsin to Sturgis. He's the one that had the cabins for $800 if you order early enough.
Looking at traveling like motels and that kind of stuff? Or are they talking about
I think just
expense
anything.
in Sturgis?
Costs, approximate difference, methods, which way to do it, there and back. Sturgis perhaps.
Not, well, you're thinking of how he pays and gets a good price on his cabin and all that. That's not what he's asking. He's asking, we do this. How do we do it and spend? We went all the way from Arizona to Daytona and paid $20 for our nights.
For staying.
One night, 2 nights, $10 a night.
You may not have a camper.
Well, that's what we'd have to know. How are you planning, which is the best way to travel if you're looking for cheap stays along the way.
Are you going?
A camper's the best way to go. the toy hauler, or whatever you've got, because you've got someplace to stay inside of. But used to be when we first started going to Sturgis from California, we always used Best Westerns, and Best Westerns used to get a discount through the hub group, which they don't do anymore. And now hotels, of course, everything's so much more expensive now. But that's the cheapest way. We lot dock. We can do a video like that. We could do. I don't think we're doing any lot docking on the way to.
From Laconia to Sturgis, we're doing a lot. We're doing Home Depots, we're doing Cracker Barrels, and
so we could do a
Bass Pro
video
Shop.
on that. How did we get from Laconia, which a lot of you are coming from the East Coast? We could do a video and produce it when we get to Sturgis to say how we got across.
We're getting there in June, so it'll be before you guys are coming out.
So you could look at that and see how to do that. From the West Coast, it's a lot easier because there's more boondocking area. There's more what they call BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, not the other one. Bureau of Land Management property you can stay on for free. Now you're not getting any showers, you're not getting bathrooms, you're not. I mean, we do. You go to Cracker Barrel, we use their bathroom, we eat their food, and there's some you do. Home Depots, we use their bathroom before they close. So there's you don't have a shower or nothing. No. We have a shower in the trailer. So we'll do a video on that. That'd be an easy video.
Yeah. So Neil says he also knows a couple going in their tent up the site for grabs. Oh, they're not going to go. Oh, they're not going to go now. So $200 plus tax for the 10 days at Socorro. So yeah, if anybody's interested in that, if you're going to Sturgis and haven't booked yet, because that's what this video is all about. There is nothing left in.
Well, there's plenty of tent camping. You can
if
go.
You're looking for a motel.
You can show up on the day of the rally, and you will find a place to pitch a tent. Some more, some less. I don't know what the going rate will be when you get there. There's a video. We did one, and there's another gal out here doing videos. This one person for $40 a night. I don't think I'd pay $40 a night. You can go to it's just like hey, he's got one here for $20 for the whole rally, pre and during the rally.
200.
200. What's that doing?
Oh, I think you said 20.
No, $200.
Okay.
And I said, and then there's, you could also go over there across from Full Throttle. That guy's $150 per person. So you're 10 up. He's got showers there and a bar and stuff, so that's not a bad deal.
You can even take your camper if you have a camper.
I think kickstands I think they're still at $175. Now they might have gone up, I'm not sure. Kickstands, bring your tent, $175 for the whole rally. And they got shade too.
Yeah, that's what Ken says. He said he uses his rewards for stays at hotels, going back and forth to.
And we've done
instead
that too.
of using on an airplane ticket, you can use it for hotels.
You got a credit card, and I did that when I used to work for the union. I had a credit card that I charged stuff on, and got reimbursed, and I saved all the points, and we used that one year for hotels.
I'm glad you got your knee fixed, Neil.
Said it was in pain.
Yeah, you did. Sturgis takes 2.5 days expenses, and it's expensive as hell. Staying in hotel, saving up for that year, but the trip is worth it. Damn worth it.
Which hotels are expensive, but I mean, you can find places. It's like us. We stayed at one time we stayed in Wyoming. We stayed at America's. Is that America's Truck Stop? America what?
America.
Where you get the ice cream
I
for
know.
15 cents. America something.
Can't think. Great America.
Great America Truck Stops, and they've got a little motel, and it wasn't. It was like $40 for the night. It wasn't very expensive, but it's not a fancy room. It looks like a 60 room. You don't want it. When we're traveling like this, we're looking for a room
a clean room and a clean bathroom.
That's right. Other than that, you're just sleeping there and you're getting the heck out in the morning. So it's like, if it's dated back to the 1940s, I could care less. And
Brian said truck stops all have showers and bathrooms
it's
too.
true, but you got to pay for them. So yes, you can definitely.
$12. But
it varies. Some are 20. Now, if you go to like Love's and stuff, you can get the VIP card that they've got. And when you buy gas, it doesn't have to be diesel. You get points, and you can actually get showers and stuff for free.
Neil says he knows another couple that's going to go, and he thinks they're not going to be able to come, and they're in Lampshire. So that's right in front of Glencoe.
Yeah.
But if you guys are interested in any of that, just message Neil on Facebook, I guess. Is that how they do it? Message Neil. There's his name.
Or if you need to get a hold of him, you can email us, and he's all right with giving his number out.
You said, see, Shay said you did say 20, not 200.
$20 a day. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. 10 days for $200. I was just
Hey,
thinking, my
Bob.
brain was thinking before I spoke, this for 10 days would be $200.
He's always got to be right.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what my brain was thinking. I
Yeah,
wasn't
from
thinking that way.
Old Beach Bar, and he's in Australia. How about that?
Is that it?
Brian's on
Is
from
it the same one that's
Australia.
been coming on? I've had it.
Brian
Today,
Bochow.
I was reading a comment today from somebody who was from Australia. Said it was rainy over there.
East Coast Australia. It's not dawn yet, so I can't tell you what today's weather will be like. It definitely will not be hot. Regards. Thanks, Brian. Cool. Nice to hear from you. Not in the Rush Motel that I stayed. We've stayed in a
We
few
stayed in
of
a
those
Bates
too.
Motel.
It was not good.
Another story. Going to New Orleans.
Anyone tried bunk a biker?
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
we've looked into that because people have told me about it, but we can't ever find anybody that's got a place to put an RV. And so I know a lot of people do that. What the idea of this is, people go on this bunk a biker, and it's people that have houses or stuff like that, to where that you can you contact them and well, see, I'm weird about that. I don't really want to stay in somebody's house that I don't know. I just, it's funny to go to the bathroom or do
Clint's on.
anything. So I don't even like relatives that I don't know.
Clint says if you get to kickstands early, there's shade.
All campgrounds like that. It's like people
Yeah.
say, Buffalo Chip has no shade. Yes, they do. You have a lot of shade. But you got to get there early.
Wherever
There's
that
other
was.
places. Patty Hoyle ain't got no shade. There's a lot of campgrounds that have no shade at all. Kathmandu
Or,
has no shade.
Big RV.
Yeah, Big RV has no shade. Actually, Sturgis RV, I don't think they really have much.
So
of
Brian
shade
says
there.
he's a trucker. He said, ask a trucker when you're at the truck stops. He says he gives his free showers away anytime somebody
okay.
asks.
Yeah, good idea.
There you go. Okay, everybody says we need to give a thumbs up. So if you're on before you leave, give us a thumbs up. We surely appreciate that.
This was an unscheduled.
YouTube likes that. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's true. If you are on a budget and you need to get somewhere,
Well, as I said,
you
we
can
showed
make
you
it
how you could
happen.
actually go to Sturgis and not spend anything to camp. Bring your tent. Actually, if you've seen the what's that guy, Scotty?
Oh, it's Scooter Tramp Scotty.
He actually stays at one of the places that we recommend. The
Camp 5 Road.
Camp 5 Road there by Deadwood. Him and the other guy that was sitting there in the tent that you probably seen on the video. That's where they stayed last year.
Cool.
Place you can stay for free.
So Brian says after every 50 gallons, after 1,000 a month, you get unlimited showers, and he's glad to give a shower code away. There you go. Thanks, Brian. That's very nice. Helpful. Campground, simple, right next to it. Okay. Are you going to Ohio rallies?
No, not
Not
this
this
year.
year. We're thinking about it next
We may
year.
go next year, but we don't know. A lot of this all depends on our sponsorships that we get through the rest of this year. What happens in Sturgis this year? Also, we'll see. What we've got to look at now is just like here.
We rode some.
We've already decided to probably come back here next year if all goes well, because you guys are watching the videos. We're getting, I got one of the videos that's 10,000 views. Got a couple other ones around 6,000 to 7,000 views. Those all add up to money, and that's what pays our expenses. Well, when we do other rallies like Panama City, I made, a couple $100. It didn't even pay for the campground. So in a case like that, it's not worth us to go back to Panama City again. Some of these other small rallies like that, it's because I originally had blown Myrtle Beach off. But if you guys want to see Myrtle Beach and you want to pay to see the videos or watch the videos and watch the commercials, that's all you have to do. You could be somebody at home saying, man, I can't afford to pay you guys. I can't give you any money. I can't do anything. Just watch the stupid commercials. Turn your phone on, put it down, and just let it play through all the commercials. You can go on to our playlist and let them play. That's how we make our money from YouTube, is the stupid commercials that they put up. But if you click out of them, we make about a quarter of a penny. And if you watch all of them, we make about 4 cents on a video. So that's how we make the money. And 90% of it, just like I do, I click out of the commercials too.
Nobody wants to watch
That's why
commercials.
you make a very little money off of YouTube. And these people that get 1 million views, that's a different story. But we don't get 1 million views.
No, not yet. Hopefully someday.
I'm glad to get 10,000 views. Is a good video
Thank you.
now.
I have to get some shut eye before I have to go to work tonight. Good night, Art. Thanks for hanging out. Miss ya. Go a few days earlier and you should get some accommodations. Yeah, you can always go earlier too, but I think when Mike looked, this was pre-rally through the end of the rally. So
it's getting to be the pre-rally. Like last year, The pre-rally was probably as
busier.
Yeah, it was at least as busy, if not busier, than the rally. Because normally, just like here, this rally started on Friday. The majority of it did, and by Tuesday, most of the people have left. Uh, James was down here. What's his name? What's his mod?
Starts with an L. Leavir. It's
So
on that phone.
so he went home. Ryder X was down here. He went home on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, I guess. So a lot of the people came down.
Well, Mr. Mile that was on too. He was only down here for 2 days.
Yeah,
so
he left.
yesterday and today.
And he'd be a neat guy we're going to get on. But we
Yeah.
don't want to put him on our channel yet because he doesn't have his YouTube
He's
channel
trying
yet.
to get one started. So once he gets his
That's why he
name,
met with us for. He wanted to talk about channel, how to do it, what to do. And we're happy to help people. If you want to start a YouTube channel, we'll be happy to, even if it's a motorcycle channel. We don't have any problem helping people because, one, it's really hard to do what we do. Plus, if we don't cover all these rallies, maybe you could do a rally that we don't do anymore.
Yep.
Maybe
if there's one in your area.
maybe you'll do the Florida rallies for us. And, if you cover it like we do, then why should we go there and do it?
We have our correspondents out there,
Yeah.
like Mike did for Bullhead City, Mike and Art.
So it's and you'd make money off it. You'd be making the money because it's your channel. But yeah, it's I don't know. We'll see how this all goes. We did this year. Last year did the 15 rallies. This year, I don't know how many we're going to end up with. I don't know. Pretty much about what we originally said we were going to do, but we added. But actually, if we wouldn't have gone to Laconia, we may not have done Myrtle Beach here because I was originally was going
We
to.
were going to leave right after Panama
Because
City.
I was really got to the point where I didn't think it was worth coming to Myrtle Beach. There's just
But you guys are watching them, so that's good.
There's just not a lot of stuff to do here. This is a beach. If you're coming down here and you're staying in a hotel room, and
I'll send
you can go swimming. There's a lot of sites. They got 1,000,001 miniature golf courses. They have 17 golf courses, regular golf courses. They have 20 million t-shirt places selling beachwear. What else they got? 1,700 restaurants to eat at.
And
so
700 pancake houses.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of stuff to do down here, but see, we're not looking to do any of that stuff. We're looking to do motorcycle stuff. So it's like, now we have never made it over to the Rat Hole. We may go over there maybe tomorrow or something and see if they got anything going on. But that's about the only place we haven't stopped at. But I mean, there just isn't, Barefoot Landing is all about the big trucks are there, the vendors and stuff over there. So if you want to do some shopping, it's kind of like if you go to Sturgis, it's like going to the Harley dealer there in Rapid City. Pretty much just vendors there. They got food, but it's the food around at the restaurants. We went to Dick's Last Resort yesterday, and there's a bunch of places there to eat. And then, and they do have some girls there selling beer. So, but I mean, not like down at the other end. Myrtle's Inlet's pretty much a drunk fest. That's where most of the people going down there drink, do some serious drinking and stuff like that.
That's why I think Barefoot Landing's busier during the day, and then Myrtle's Inlet is busier at night.
Yeah. But the vendors down there at Barefoot Landing have to close at 6, and down at the dealership, the vendors close at 6, and then down there they can stay open as long as they want. And but normally once people start going to the concerts and getting drunk, the vendors don't really want to be open anyway. Now, if you go to Beaver Bar, they're all open. But if you were going to go down like the Speeds and stuff, once they're done tonight, they're going to still shut the tent up and that'll be it. And so it's just a little different rally. Some people say they like it because of the distance that you drive. It's almost 30 miles from both ways. So if you make a couple of trips back and forth, that's part of your day there. You got the dealership here. They got a few vendors back there. Rick Rack's the main one. They got Fairing Exchange there. Who else is there? The Candle Bar guy.
Kate's ST.
Yeah, they're there. Other than that, that's about the only vendors that we really recommend there. I got some guys doing lighting, and they got their big 10-50% off, which was really screwed up. Is they got these shirts saying that they're getting the shirts from 17 and 18 Myrtle shirts are $25. So they say it's 50% off. Well, Steven went inside and got him a 2022 shirt, and what did he pay?
$35.
That's not 50% off outside.
Well, they got them marked up. They say they're $50 is what they originally were, and it says Spring Bike Week 2017, Spring Bike Week 2018. And
so the point would be is inflation has gone up a lot since 2017. So the shirts in there now are how much?
$35.
And so how much you think those were in 2017? We're not real fond of the dealership there. We've had issues with them. And well, we even talked to some of the vendors and they have issues
So wait a minute.
too.
Neil said he's got a super chat challenge. I can't say that. He says the next 2 super chats he'll match. So he
There you
says,
go. Appreciate
give us
that.
some love.
Yeah. So you guys put some money in the
Gonna write
kitty
down
and
Saturday.
Neil's gonna double it for
Plus
us.
it.
Match it and give us extra check, which we do. We always appreciate those that help us out. We had a lot of people this week bought us lunch and dinner. We
Oh, I know
appreciate that.
everybody has.
That
Thank you, thank you,
saves.
thank you.
You know, it's we don't ask for money for food,
Thumbs
but
up.
I mean, it still all comes from the same place. If I got to spend $40 for a meal, or I don't know what it is here, probably wasn't too bad here.
No, it was 8. We got the special
It was a
$8.79.
lunch deal.
Yeah. So we got a
So
side.
here it's $20, $19.34. Plus we got to leave it at $5 probably, or maybe more since we talked her into some extra iced teas. So, but I mean, it helps. I know a couple times we've gone out to eat. It was $50, and some of our subscribers picked it up for us.
Went to Dick's Last Resort. It's a fun place to go, but it is expensive.
Well, I could have told you it was expensive.
Man, I couldn't believe it.
Well, you should have knew better. All the places like that, that's how
Well,
they make their money.
If my bill's over $30, I get upset, and it was almost 60. Crazy. How are you doing with the Bagger Light savings, Neil? How you doing with the Bagger Light savings, Neil?
He's asking Neil the question.
Oh,
probably.
okay. That's why I don't know what he's talking about. Sorry, Nomad. That was a Nomad matching. Still got 44 people on. We've been on an hour.
Well, we're gonna see if anybody's gonna put anything in the kitty to see if we can double our money.
Neil,
Art left too soon. Art would have probably left us something.
Yeah.
He'd known there was a double match.
Nomad. That was, yes. So you have to give a super chat, 2 of you, and then Nomad will match it, he said.
Yes.
That's what he said. You should have rode that train. At the door. Bye, Tom. Thanks for hanging out. You're welcome. He said, thanks for all the videos.
So if you don't know how to do a super chat, you go down there where you're putting the comments at, and there's a little dollar sign there, and you hit that, and you can put
whatever you want.
That's how we get it.
You want to tell them exactly what we were on about?
On about what?
The reason we had the live today for the Sturgis rally
They
and
seen the
what's
title.
opening and what's not. Well, you did, those of you that just came on, there's not really a whole lot of hotels. There's none in Sturgis available. Spearfish only has very spotty days here and there. They don't have any couple days together. Oh, Daryl gave us
There
$19.99.
you go.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Here's the first one. And then the campgrounds all have mostly tent camping. Rapid City only has some high-end ones, high-end hotels. Deadwood high-end hotels. The best
High end
place
is
to
what
go.
you're looking at is like $300 to $400 at night.
The best place he said was Keystone, but that is a little ways out. But if you don't mind it, Keystone has the best hotel rates and the most available for between 135 and 175. So if you're still thinking about coming and you want to stay in a motel, call some hotels out there in Keystone. That's your best bet. Ron gave Daryl a thumbs up.
And if you want to come earlier, a lot of people are thinking about after. I wouldn't come to the rally after it's over. You might as well go any other time in the year. There's nothing going on. There's nothing there. There's nothing to see in Sturgis. There's nothing. It's all tourist at that point.
Kathmandu.
And so if I was going to come to the rally, I would come out.
Thank you, Neil.
I would come out the week before if I was going to do something, or maybe I would come out the week before that. Come out maybe on that Thursday, the week before, and stay maybe till Wednesday or Thursday. Make a week of it. You almost need, which is what we used to always do. You almost need a week in Sturgis. I see some of these people that come out for like 3 days. It's like, I don't know what you're doing in 3 days. There just really isn't anything you're going to do. There's too much stuff to do in Sturgis, unless you're just going to go down to Sturgis and hang out in the bars for a couple of days, and that's all you're going to do. But if you really want to come out and do rides, 3 days isn't even going to cover your rides. So I don't know. So that's why I said we always did. When we very first time we went, and we did it for a long time, all the whole time we ever did. Came on Thursday before, which pre-rally never really started before. A few of the vendors would kind of show up by Friday. You started seeing some people coming in, and then the rally started on Saturday. Now the rally actually starts on Friday now, and then the dealership now, the Harley dealer opens up on Saturday. That's their pre-rally start, where almost all their vendors are there. That's what I say.
65 to
If
75%.
you're thinking about getting work done on your motorcycle, that's what you want to do. You want to get there, like we'll do a video here soon about that before Sturgis starts, to give you everybody's phone number on how you set up appointments, because that's the best way to do it, just like it speeds. We'll talk about that on the video tomorrow, that we're going to have some work done on the bike, even though we'll leave it at that. We're going to have some work done on the
Watch
bike,
the video.
and we'll talk about that, and we're going to film all that too. Some stuff I've been wanting, I want to do anyway. It's what I've done on my other bikes, and he's working up a price now on. We'll either do it in Laconia or we'll do it in Sturgis. Hopefully, a day they're not too busy. Should have done it yesterday here.
They weren't busy at all.
Monday, they opened up on Monday. Monday, Tuesday,
Slammed.
they were slammed. They couldn't even breathe. And then yesterday, they didn't hardly do nothing. They're doing a bunch of dynos. Well, the other guy now isn't doing any dynos anymore. Chris's Waddell's isn't dynoing bikes anymore. He's putting everything on a laptop. I wouldn't go that way. If if you're just getting a Harley tuner, yeah, that's about all you can do to it. You can't really change much settings in it. But if you're going to get a real good tuner, you're changing your exhaust. Just like now, by just changing my mufflers, when I went back and retuned it, it ran so much better than it did, which they had tuned it before with the Screaming Eagle pipes. But just by changing the muffler, you're changing the airflow. And people say, well, they can adjust the map and all that. Oh, got another super chat.
Thank you, Rabbit King.
So there's our two. And so that's what I would definitely.
You already did the one. So
so we appreciate that. And
thank you.
That's why I said I would, like I said, I've had my bike, out of all my bikes, it's probably been, I don't know, a dozen times we've had bikes dynoed. And it's always been better after you've had a dyno, except for the moron that blew my bike up. I think he's out of business.
I don't think they are either. We should have told Larry, make sure he doesn't come down if he does.
Larry who?
Larry Topping.
Come down where?
The Laughlin. Don't get him as a vendor.
Oh. Let's see if they're still around. I don't know if I can remember the name of the place.
For sure.
They were up in Santa Maria. Isn't that where they were from?
No, up in Calabasa. That way I took one day, as long as it's a double star Rushmore Crazy Horse was a worldwide ride and lots of miles. I know. It is a lot of riding out there. I mean, the one year we went, we put 2,000 miles on our bike. Once we got to Sturgis, it was 1,300 miles to and from California, and 2,000 miles while we were up in Sturgis. Sorry to hear about your kickstand, Bob. The kickstand's been working.
Well, it still needs some work on it,
like
but it's just real slow going up. It's not loosey goosey right now. It's just slow going up. You gotta watch. You can't take off too fast. You can't. Yeah, slow rising. You gotta work it a little bit more to get it up in place. We're just gonna get this kind of entertainment in.
I think so. No, whatever. Pating. They're all saying pating to rapping. Thanks.
So we apologize for that. I think Neil put it, or somebody put it on there the other day, that we're not. He feels upset because we're not putting pating at the beginning of the thing. Well, we're supposed to be putting it at the end. But things have just been crazy right now, and don't even.
Well, a lot of times he's finishing a video and he's like, "Oh crap, we don't have an ending," so we just run outside, do an ending, so we finish the video, we can go. That's usually why we don't do it.
Yeah.
We need to put it like on a camera. It says pating on there.
Oh, we didn't go down there to Goat Mountain. Go.
Oh
Island.
yeah, Goat
Island
today. Oh, we can go down that way and go the back way in.
We can go see the goats on the mountain. I bought my
good camera.
The camera that zooms in. Oh, another super chat.
$10 match for every 5 Tam is putting up with Bob. I'm not gonna put that one up there. Thank you, Nomad.
And so this was all about Sturgis, and we're gonna have a lot of information. Wednesday we're gonna have a live. Neil, let you know, but it's gonna be early. We're gonna come on probably an hour earlier than normal.
So it'll be 6.
So Sunday will be the next one. Sunday's gonna be the normal time. So the normal time that we tell you to come on Sunday, that's gonna be your normal time. Oh, these seats are hard.
It'll be 2 o'clock your time, Neil. Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
And
next Wednesday.
So Sunday will be our normal time. So we'll be up in Virginia. No, we'll be in North Carolina. Yep. And we'll do a live from there. Hopefully we'll have internet. And it's going to just be a wrap up of
our week.
Tell you what we thought. If we're for sure going to probably come back and go from there.
I already booked the campground.
Yeah. Well, we put it down because I checked and we can cancel up to 15 days and they'll give you a full refund. So we'll weigh it all out because that's what we have to figure out what we're going to do next year. Because, like I said, we're probably not doing Panama City unless somebody's got a place we can park the RV. It's not going to happen unless we do. We thought we could get the vendor or the promoter, Chase, which has been on our show a bunch of times, great guy. But now, since he moved the stage, that's where all the RV spots are at there for vendors is where he puts the police, they put the paramedics and all those, and they got a trailer there. Maybe it's the first aid trailer. They got all the, and they're going the opposite way that you would normally pull in for your RVs. So we didn't even ask him because all the vendors ended up hiding behind their booths and they had to unplug their booth and plug their trailers in. It's like, that ain't gonna work. But we found one we could get for $325, maybe if we could squeeze into that campground. It's a private place. But once again, that's more money that we're looking not to spend. So depending on sponsorships and things like that, which is what we're looking for now, we're not necessarily looking for to sell stuff. Now we are going to do some of that when I get back home in August. Neighbor across the street's going to do a bunch of stuff on his bike, let him pick what he wants. If you buy it from off our website or off that link, we'll make 10% off of it. And which is great. If you want to do it, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. You can buy it anywhere you want. It's not the end of the world. But I'm still not, there's a bunch of junk I have no interest in selling. There's a couple things I'm looking to maybe work a deal with a couple vendors to get some stuff. One is something I want to try out. And when I talked to somebody today, they said they'll probably give you a free set of those to put on your bike to talk about it. So I might do that. And so we're going to call them and talk to them. And then there's something else I want to do to my bike. And we're going to call that company and see if they'll throw in this free stuff to do the commercial. And that would be a video just on those things. But it's a couple things that I really want. But I don't know. I don't think we'll have any links to any particular place. You could go to J&B Cycles and buy this. You could go to a truck site and buy it. You know, one of the vendors that are on out here. One of the vendors sell one of the things. One of the things that I'm wanting to get. Everybody sells this stuff. So you could go to anybody. So it's not, we're probably not going to make any money on it. So my idea was if I could get the product for free and we'll put it on the bike and then we'll give you the,
Northern Wisconsin Rapture Ranch is on.
And then our sponsorships are going to work with our vendors that we've already got. And maybe even any new vendors that might want to do something with us. Because I seen somebody the other day, they had a lawyer firm that was sponsoring them. Actually, it was a girl that I just popped up on my feed. She's got like 5 different sponsors, and she don't even run commercials anymore. She took all the commercials out, which would be kind of neat. It'd be nice to have enough vendors that we could get rid of those stupid commercials, and you wouldn't have to watch any of those.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have to hound you down to watch them. So that would be kind of neat. But we've always talked so much against that to where I don't think anybody has ever approached us. So we've got a couple big trucks that are interested, and we're going to be talking to them next week maybe, and see what they want to do. And then
I think ones. Gotta match my shirt.
And then we're also going to give you an option that you can sponsor a video. Woo-wee. My love jibs. I had to turn my love jibs back on because when there's speeds, they turn them off so you can listen to the motor. That's why I was down there pushing the buttons.
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing down there. It'd be 94 degrees there in St. Augustine. Oh, is it humid down there too? It just started getting humid up here.
Well, it's been getting humid. It's just getting hotter now. Because we were probably like in the high 70s. Now we're in the high 80s. High 90s.
Dawn keeps finding pictures of the chicken bone lady.
Yeah, you can go on the Facebook, you can see a good close-up of the chicken bone lady. She's got a chicken bone smile on.
In the state on July 8th.
Right.
Rapture Ranch, are you far enough to go musket fishing in the state on July 8th? There's Gary West. How you doing, Gary? Man, if you guys don't have enough food to eat, you can go find Gary and he will fix you up. He's got this big garden. He sends me pictures of his taters and his zucchini and his squash, and man.
He gives all that stuff away. You don't want to sell it.
Hey, Rex, how you doing? I'm glad you made it home safe. And I haven't taken the second one. I don't think I will. That was an experience.
We met this guy the other night to talk to him, the guy that rides a million miles.
Mr. Mile.
Yeah. And we talked for a long time. And so I was talking to him, talking to her, we're talking to somebody else about him. And she's like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. It was just kind of like going in one ear. I was so confused. Right? So you got into the conversation. You talked about some of the stuff.
It was,
She just had a weird look on her face all day too.
but anyway,
That she felt like she was drunk.
I did. 40% humidity. Well, that's not bad. It's almost 90 here now. Was it really that bad? Yeah, I
Yes,
didn't.
it was worse than that. Well, see, she's always been.
I'm very sensitive to things like that. They like sinus medicine and stuff. I can only take a half of a pill because I get all goofy.
Side.
So I should have known better. But
Looking at what temperature.
anyway,
Let's see what the humidity
new
was.
Bob in the house. That's right, Rex. I'm on Lake Superior, Muskie here. Oh, there you go. That's cool. Saying hi to Ryder X. Sam has her lights already.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Here, like my headlights.
I had to go it's up to 61.
Well, it doesn't show.
I would
Oh,
be
humidity.
freezing.
Well, here's the killer. It's 70% humidity, but the dew point is 73%. Dew point means more than the humidity does.
And it's 84 degrees, but what does it say it feels like? 90 something?
91.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Pretty
Fine.
good.
Have a seat.
Did you figure out we were here?
Well, yeah, I've been trying to track you down for 2 weeks.
So who are you?
Russell Bundy.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I keep saying, where are you? I live here. I'm like, I'll find you someday.
Are you the one that yelled when we drove by? You drove by?
No.
No.
That was Russell Wood, I think. There's too many of you Russells. We got a lot of Russells on.
No, it's,
Yep. He filled in for you when you were out. 94 in Texas. That's still hot too.
It's 100 right now.
it's nuts. But it says on my phone it's only 91 heat index.
100 meant for
Does it? It's hot out there.
That's
It's going to get worse. Saturday's supposed to be the worst day.
Yeah.
The Monday's going to cool down when everybody leaves.
Gribbs.
Yeah.
Isn't that the way it always
No,
works?
where is that? Because
What?
where's the Greg's?
Was what?
Greg's.
Back that way.
Okay.
Savannah, right after Walmart. Nice place to get a good sandwich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Greg's.
Great.
I've seen it a few times. It's
Did
like
I
a
tell you
little
about it?
bar, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody asked if we ate there.
Murphy's gas station, Walmart, then great.
Oh,
Okay. We'll have to check it out. Who asked me that? Oh, Hobo Socks. You should have been able to take the other one at night. Obviously. Yeah, but I was afraid if I'd have taken it that night, I wouldn't have woke up the next morning.
Usually with her, it's better to take. Well, it's what she needed to ask you is what the potency of
Yeah.
those were.
Yeah, I
She
should
did
have
some
only
ch-
took half
She
of
did
it.
some. No, she did some chewies.
Oh,
And I was
And,
like in none on
Yeah,
it.
she was like,
you get you get the like 8s, 9s, 10s.
Oh, yeah.
You get a 10.
well, she gets things affect her anyway. She
Yeah.
can only take like.
You're a light hitter.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was pretty much. It was almost.
the next day
She was
still.
still. That's why she didn't test ride the
That's
Indians.
why I
She was
didn't ride
afraid
any
She was
Indians.
gonna fall off.
I was like,
It took half of one.
Well, it was all gooey and it was in his truck
It was a
and
Yeah.
yeah, and he wanted to give her a sample to try it. And
or
so
a
you
tea.
opened, and it was all gooey, and I said, just eat it and get it over with. Because she just shoved the whole thing in her mouth. Well, there was no way she could do anything with it. The other one she put in a plastic bag.
Well, I did on the back of the bike. I was like holding on real tight. I felt like I was going to fall off. I don't know. Was I walking like I was drunk?
No,
I felt like
you
I
walked
was
all right.
drunk. I felt like I was not really
You're just
spinning.
slow. You were real slow moving.
I don't know.
She had this
I
crap
need to.
eating grin on her
I
face.
need to talk to your wife, Rapping, and see what she takes. You can imagine being a roofer right now. Ate there. It was really
Like she
good.
said,
We'll
she had
have
no
to
pain.
try
Her
it out.
feet hurt a little bit, but
Yeah.
the rest of her body did not hurt.
Yeah, that was a nice thing. No,
But she probably
chicken
couldn't enjoy it
chicken
because she didn't know where she was.
I was sitting there on that sack of seeds. That's what I felt like. Humidity is the only thing I'm saving with. Yeah,
At the restaurant?
yeah, we're
Yeah.
probably gonna get off soon. We've gone an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Ryder X, 30 mg of Delta 8 THC, which supposedly is a small derivative.
The idea was we were just going to come on and talk about the motels.
oh yeah.
And
Pinky says Carson,
well, then she
Cali,
starts answering
Cloudy.
questions. So that's
I wish I'd been there to see that. I'm surprised you didn't film it. I don't know. I was just there. I mean, I felt like I was.
you wouldn't other than looking at her face, you wouldn't have really known. I just, I've seen her for 47 years.
I just felt really funny.
Where
Like
a
I
lot of
was
you may
standing
not have-
there.
Nobody said we went around. We were running around all day, so nobody said nothing to
We
her
were
about it.
rickrack, and
But
I
you
was
talked to people.
standing up
There
there.
might be some pictures you took of people during that time.
But I was standing at rickrack, and I just felt like my feet really weren't there or something.
And she
I don't
drank
know.
water and she said that made it worse.
Yeah, I think it's like when you have wine and you drink water. Yeah, it just kind of
All
made
right,
it.
we can wrap it up.
All right. Oh, look at that. 62 in Alaska. I'd be freezing. Love my THC. Tell Can to call me or text me about what she takes because she told me about it. She's got a lot of similar things I got. So I guess we're done for the day. If that's all your questions, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for
Subscribe
the
to-
money.
Yes, thanks for all the super chats. You guys are great. And we appreciate every one of you. And thank you for all your hospitality down here. A lot of you guys have taken care of us. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next video.
And we'll be back tonight with the video.
Yep.
Or
here we
today,
go.
depending on where you're at.
Stay tuned.
Hit the little button. Say bye, wait.